What's up, everyone, and welcome to our live Christmas extravaganza promo read.
Hey, folks, come here and let me see you Saturday, December 19th from 8 to 10 Eastern Time. Join us on our Facebook page. We will be doing our first ever live podcast, and we want you, the listeners, to be there with us.
We will be having past guests stopping by to say hello, but we also want you guys to pop in on us as well. Send your DMs to Luke, the Nomad Delivery Guy on Instagram, to reserve your slot for the live podcast. I can't wait to see you guys.
So everybody, you've heard it. Head over to our Facebook page and click the like button. We are all excited to get this started with you as we will be on the home stretch of peak season. We hope to see you guys then. Happy holidays, everyone.
I'm good. I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. We're recording in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody, and thank you for joining us on this episode of It's All in the Delivery, episode number 17, brought to you by Ups and Browns. Go check it out, upsandbrowns.com, where Warriors get their gear, a whole bunch of good merch on there, some collections happening, Katie's collections happening, that's at Diary of a UPS Wife on Instagram. We got the Ups and Browns collection happening, and we also got some merch for the podcast as well, so go check it out, maybe pick up a holiday gift for your loved one that works in the cardboard industry. Anyways, let's get this underway, guys. Let me introduce to you my co-hosts. Let's start over there in Pathetic, Connecticut. Mr. Bobby Hoyt, how are you?
Woo! What's going on, Warriors? Stay strong, stay positive. Here we go.
Nice. And down there in Westburg, Virginia, Luke Nomad, how are you, man?
Well, you know, it was supposed to be sunny skies and clear today, and it rained all day. So, 2020, what can I say?
That sucks. And then how was your guys' week? Everybody good?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Sweet.
outstanding.
That's good. Good. No issues?
Simple.
Simple.
No issues, and I want to get right into this one. You guys are going to be...
I mean, to say
yeah.
fucking
It's
Jack.
going to be long. It's going to be hard. It's going to be a good one. Let's go.
Bobby, don't tease me now. What are you doing?
Dude, I mean...
And that voice you hear is our guest today.
Yes, sir.
And let me tell you guys a little something about him. Our guest is from the high desert area of California. He is a fourth generation. That's right, the fourth generation worker for the company, and has been slinging cardboard for 14 years and only driving for 6. He is also the lead singer in the death thrash metal band Fatal Prophecy, and him and his wife are also in the adult film industry. Please welcome to the show, Porno.
So, gentlemen, what talks of debauchery will we be getting into tonight?
How's it going, man?
Fuck. It's like hard dicks and airplanes. Everything, what's up?
That's it. And how was your week? Slinging cardboard.
It's going good until, well, we all know after Thanksgiving, it's really gonna suck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is for sure.
Oh, I did bring some goodies to show you guys since out of 4 generations of listeners here.
All right.
So
Stamp. Oh, wait, Brad. Sorry.
It's okay.
You're good.
Company.
You're good.
So this was given to my grandfather right before he retired.
Holy cow.
1987 porcelain, and I forget how many carats of gold this is, but
Wow.
yeah, that was given to him right before he retired.
What year was
This
that? Did
right
you say?
Good.
That was given to him in 1987 when he retired.
After how many years?
He was slinging cardboard. He was. I'll show you this first, and I'll give you the lowdown of the family's history, because that's a long. Well, not. I'll try to make it short, but this This is a gold watch that he gave to my grandmother in 1978. And as you can see, 14 karat diamonds in there.
Wow.
And the one that's going to make all you motherfuckers jealous, especially the ones who work in the snow.
Don't do this to me, man.
Oh,
This is an original 1976 cardboard bomber jacket.
Oh,
that's sick.
Yeah.
I'm about
go.
to Google where you live, bro. Dude, that shit.
Oh, dear God.
Is it warm?
Is it?
Dude, just putting this on right now with the amount, I don't even have that much alcohol in me right now, but dude, like this thing
you feel like you could fly an airplane upside down and then land it.
No, dude, this thing is like. This thing is warmer than any of the jackets that we have. So I don't know what the hell the company is doing with their designs, but that thing, they need to go back to that.
You know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. So, but the only thing I didn't have actually was I actually have a when the original P600s came out. I'm sure you guys probably have the box design that they have up front. Looks like the Amazon trucks.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have the one from the year they came out. I don't remember the exact year, but I believe it was the mid or late 70s. But my grandfather actually had this piggy bank, and it was a P600, but it was all metal.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's in my storage. But I didn't have time to actually go through my storage today to find that one.
Wow.
Right.
That's sick.
What do we get now?
Oh yeah.
What do we get now?
You would
We get an email.
You would think with all of this, all this history, all this family history, that the generations going back, you think that they would embrace you in a what's the word I'm looking for? Positive way.
Yeah.
Okay, so shall I get into the history or what happened with the company filming me and all that?
Yes, please do. Yeah,
Okay.
I think. Sorry, Dave, if that's what I didn't know if we were.
No, I mean, we were
going to
go there
something before that, but
no, we were gonna go.
I've been very fucking curious about that for a while.
Okay, so I'm on a Facebook page that has all cardboard warriors on it from all over the world. And there's a guy on there who I guess he had seen a few of my posts. I would always post things about, I would post like pictures of me with my dad, in his Browns and everything. And I was like 5 years old, and I was like pretty much the one time I can remember where I knew this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Wow.
Even though my father was, told me, no, don't do that. Do something different. Well, I took his advice for a minute, because I'm a very morbid person, but I went to school for hairstyling because I wanted to actually be a funeral cosmetician.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only other thing that actually made me curious, or the only other thing that actually made me want to like do something that was more than slinging cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing was, the school that I went to basically ripped me off of my loans for $10,000 and got some of my money back. But that school is history now.
Wow.
And on top of that, they made a law saying that if you want to be a funeral cosmetician, that you have to go to school to be a licensed embalmer, which was another 7 years. Wasn't doing that. So I basically went to my dad and just was like, hey, I'm going to sling cardboard the rest until I retire. Okay. How about that? So,
Got him.
Yeah. So
fourth generation. Come on.
Yeah. But anyway, so what happened was, so a guy on the Facebook page found me, and my boss came up to me. It was like an early, I think like September or something, but he came up to me and he said, hey, the company wants to do a story on you because they found out that you're a fourth generation driver. Do you want to do a story? I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, yeah, why not? Yeah, like I want to,
they're just
I'll
like,
explain.
I mean, HR sitting there so excited, so fucking jacked.
Yeah. So in the end, so long story short, they wound up meeting me, and they had a film crew and everything. They were filming me, getting, pre-tripping my truck, getting my board and everything. And so they ended up doing the interview about just basically, just the diversity about the company. They only did a little bit about my family history. I thought it was going to be a little bit more. And then they filmed me going on route and everything. And then
hold on a second.
Guy who was,
let me ask you. So you already, so they actually did the interview already. So that was fully, that was in the books already.
Yes.
And they actually went out on road with you?
Yes.
Holy shit. All right, keep going. This is good.
This is so good.
And may I also add, when I went in, I had an FHP that day. So, I go in, because I go out because I'm excited, I'm jacked. I'm like, dude, cool. I get to finally talk about my family's history.
Yeah.
So I go out with the guy and he was, he was filming me, just unloading and all that, doing my deliveries. And he got into talking with me and he said, hey, so, are you married? Do you have kids? Yada, yada, yada. And, I told him like, yeah, I'm married, no kids. I have, I got 4 dogs and 6 cats, because I'm like that. Me and my wife rescue animals and that's just the thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he was just like, he just asked me, he's like, so cool. So what's your wife do? I'm like, oh, she does porn. And he's like, wait, she does what? I'm like, porn. He's like, wait, like, yeah, dicks, pussies, tits, dildos, butt plugs. Yes, she does porn. He's like, oh, wow. And you're cool with that? I'm like, why wouldn't I be? He's like, well, I don't know. It's just, all of their husbands and everything you do. I'm like, yeah, monogamy's weird. And I don't understand you people, but, nothing offensive towards you guys, but monogamy is not our thing. It's never been our thing. And in this type of industry that she's in, it works absolutely perfectly. So, we were talking for a bit. He's like, oh, cool. It's like, can I, would you mind if I checked her out? I was like, oh yeah, here's her information. Because the one just breaking off slightly when it comes, because I do furniture van routes, so when I do all business routes, I don't do resis, and it's very rare that I ever do resis, but all the people who I go to on my routes, I always tell them, hey, you guys help me unload, I'll give you a special gift. So they'll help me unload. And they're thinking like, oh, wait, like, oh, is he going to pay us? Is he going to pay us? Is he going to give us something? What is he going to give us? Well, in the end, it's like, I basically just get out the delivery slips. I'm just like, here, this is my wife. Check out her tits. So now all the guys
get that web link so I can do the same thing on my.
Oh, absolutely. Spread it throughout Connecticut, please. but yeah, so everywhere that I go now, wherever anyone who's covering my route, they don't help them because like, well, you're not porno. So
that's where the name comes from.
I've heard this before too.
I got you.
Yeah, but the best thing is like my wife, like the times where I do this, she's like, well, babe, thank you very much for whoring me out. I'm like, hey, no problem. Thank you very much for giving me the best truck in the yard. So.
But like, is it true that, so if you're giving out her whatever information to her page, whatever she gets, there's got to be some type of check coming in, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, right. Exactly. So why wouldn't you at that, right? If she did it, makes sense. As I tell them all, the more I show, the more the dough. Exactly. Exactly.
God, what a catchy dude. I feel like I'm just off the car lot about to buy whatever the fuck you're putting in front of me, dude.
By the end of this podcast, Nomad's going to be like,
you all will have bonus.
I mean, I've just got a gambler's mindset in general, and that just would be bad news for everybody. No, it would be bad news for you.
So then what happened? So as soon as you said that.
Okay, so anyway, so basically, so I tell the guy this, and he's like, hey, cool. So is there any way that you would, be on these videos? I'm like, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm like, I make contact or content with my wife. And he's like, okay, so would they know like your name? I'm like, I don't ever give out my name when I do my wife's videos. I'm like, you'd have to know her name. And he's like, oh, okay. He's like, okay, well then I don't think it'd be a problem if they don't know your name. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, long story short, about 2 weeks later, the guy calls me back and he's like, hey, yeah, so corporate called me and said that we can no longer use your video. I'm like, okay, why is that? He's like, well, they don't want, the company is considered conservative and they just don't want the company's name tainted. So, and he's like, and he basically just said like, So he basically said, no offense to you or anything, your wife. It's just that the company doesn't want to risk anything and having that type of image. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, and what I told him,
no offense to your wife, but we just don't. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. So, but just being, but being a worker in the sex industry, it's like, he doesn't understand it, and a lot of other people don't understand it, which is why I'm like, okay, I'm not going to take offense to it. It's fine. But as I told him, I'm like, okay, dude, I can talk to you about taints all fucking day long. But here's the thing, though. If you're going to talk about the company being conservative, then I don't understand why you have Donald Trump in our hub in Atlanta, spewing a bunch of bullshit if you want to talk about conservative. But you're getting, but you guys have a problem with sex workers. I'm like, well, that's fine, but let me know, or I'm like, let me know if I can at least get some, the pictures you guys took of me, and all that. And other than that, to all your guys in corporate, I said, thank you very much for viewing my wife, because I know they're doing that late at night while you guys are bitching at me. So
I gotta write these warning letters. Oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, it's like you guys. In the end, you're still paying my wife, so because I know you fuckers I know you fuckers had to look that shit up. So
dude, that's when you like
in that one, he was like, "Oh my god, look what I found."
That's what when we were messaging each other leading up to this. That's what I was telling. I was like, dude, what he said about. I was like that, if their wives are asleep, or what was it you said? If their wives are sleeping, they're just fucking beating
while their
wives
are asleep, they're on their phones fucking jerking off to my wife.
And every time any message we would have, every time I'd be like, dude, I can't fucking wait to have this guy on here.
Dude, but here's the funny thing though. That I actually, I had caught when he had told me this information. Like I said, it was like a 2-week gap that this happened. In that 2-week gap, my wife made like almost an additional $200 to $300 on her bank account.
No shit.
So, so like, I'm just like, there's
something new here.
Do you watch South Park?
Yeah, come on, guys.
Okay, I feel like Kyle Broflovsky's mom. I feel like somebody at the higher up was like, they found out what you did. Was like, what? And it just got fucking shot down. That's the image I have, is they had to freak out. What?
I mean, because dude, me and my wife have always been those type of people to where, we don't necessarily, I mean, we love making people feel uncomfortable, because at the same time, it brings up a conversation that just needs to be had.
Totally.
So it's like when my family found out what she did, they was like, wait, you're comfortable with that? It's like, you motherfuckers used to swing back in the 80s. What the fuck you care about what I do? Like, the only difference, it's that the only difference is that that we do it on film and make money. You guys just did it for fun. So fuck you.
Jesus.
I have a saying that a simple fucking saying that I've kind of put two different things that I kind of put together, where I've always said, fucking embrace the weird and welcome the strange, because we're all strange and weird in somebody's eyes. Because I may not have, I'm not been in the porn industry, but I could make people think I was weird saying that I'd been fucking betting on fucking sporting events since in 1997 when I was 13 years old. I mean, people would look at me sometimes and are like, "What the fuck are you?" You know what I mean? So
as I actually tell my family and any of my friends when those conversations get brought up of like, "Are you sure? What is this?" And I always say the same thing. It's like, dude, look, we're limited edition, batteries not included. Okay, fuck off.
So that happened. Obviously, that shit got canceled, and
yeah. And now I'm here with you guys. I'm like, hey, this is what a 4th generation driver looks like.
Right? It's like,
damn,
listen, and we're honored to have you on. Like it's awesome, because like we're honored to have you on, because I'm not sure how far back if you've listened to any of our episodes, but my dad was also a worker.
Thank you, brother.
For the company.
Yep.
Also, so I know exactly.
That's what actually.
I know exactly where you come from, but I don't know how far back.
No. I started listening to you guys since your second episode. Then I went back to your first when you had Misty on.
Yeah.
And but that was the one thing that drew me to it, because you're a 2nd generation driver, and I was like, oh, fucking cool. There's more of them out there like me, because I only know like 1 or 2 other drivers in my hub who actually, have family members as drivers. But with me, it was my great uncle, my grandfather, my father, and my stepmother was a feeder driver. So that's why whenever you hear anyone say like, "Oh, we bleed brown," no, you fucking don't. I do.
Yeah.
Do you have like a hallway like in the house with just like pictures
Plaques
of warriors
and shit?
My dad does.
No way.
I have pictures. I have pictures of my grandfather standing at the same spot where I used to clock in every morning at my hub, because he retired from my hub a year after I was born, and his partner that he worked with still is working for that hub, and me and him actually we exchange stories all the time about my grandpa. But he's actually because him and I collect cardboard memorabilia and all that. So he's actually bringing me railroad spikes that were actually given out to management and certain cardboard warriors when the company actually went on railroad and went on air. So he has the original spikes that they gave when the company went on railroad, and he had 5 of them. So he's going to give me 1 of them for my collection.
That's fucking awesome.
Insane. That's insane.
So what year, do you know what was the first, going back, the first person in your family to work for the company? What year was that started for them? That was
my uncle's side back in 1951, and he got hired on originally as a truck washer, and he was doing that for about I believe it was 1.5 to 2 years. Went driver, and then he ended up going into management. And my grandfather was a Korean War vet, and he did Morse code back in the days. So I actually still have his Morse code machine, but that's another story.
That's awesome.
But so my grandfather got out of the Korean War 1954, 55, and he was looking for work. So my uncle's side, told him, "Hey, come over here, come wash trucks, and let's see where you go." So my grandfather washed trucks, and he did that for about, I think, a couple months. Went driver, and then he went into management, and then he stayed management until he retired. My dad, so my mom was born in 1960, and she lived next door to my dad. I believe it was in early 1970s, I believe, but they were friends. And lo and behold, my dad had been with the company since starting in 1976, and he was an unloader for about, I think he said 8 months, and then they called him to go driver. And when he went driver, he did a couple like shitty routes and whatnot, but my dad actually had the best route out of his hub because he delivered to all the movie stars. So my dad has like autographs.
Oh my God.
He has autographs from Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That's what I'm talking about.
John Candy. He delivered to Arnold Schwarzenegger's office, Mel Gibson's office. He delivered to the guy who owned Golden Gyms, delivered to him. Jamie Lee Curtis used to have cookies ready for him on Christmas Eve, hot and ready.
That's incredible.
And he delivered to Marilyn Manson for 1 year, and actually got me. He actually got me an autograph picture with Marilyn Manson, and Marilyn Manson gave my dad the mask that he wore to Ozfest in 2002, 2003. And my dad also delivered to the bass player. I can't remember his name right now, but the bass player and the guitar player of Korn. He delivered to their tattoo shop for a few years, but that's just scratching the surface because my dad delivered to multiple other like movie stars. So he has like autographs galore, and 27 years circuit driver, 32 years driving.
Wow, that's awesome.
God damn.
I was going to say when he rattled off like the first 5, I was like, "Which birthday do you want?" Then he kept going, and I was like getting fucking nervous.
The only reason is because you've named all of them in all your other podcasts. I've already checked.
Oh, dude. I was going to say all of them.
But for later,
I was.
But for later, I actually do have 3 for you, because something new I'm doing on my podcast is that I do fun facts. So I'll give you 3 birthdays and I'll give you 3 fun facts that might trip you guys out later on.
Fair enough.
So like that's crazy. 'Cause, like, and it's funny because we were actually just recording last night. We were recording Bobby's episode, which will be released December 21st. And we were actually just talking about it last night, that how we have one of the greatest jobs.
Yeah.
You know, like we get to go to places that most people usually don't. You know, and whether it be backstage in certain businesses, certain places, you get to see how shit works. And then the people, like right there, like everything you said, like everybody that your dad got to deliver to and meet, and just the gifts that they've given him. It's like we really do have a fucking awesome job. You know?
I've actually delivered to only 2 famous people on my route, and Luke will like one of them for sure. But I delivered to Tony Zendejas from the Rams.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, the only, or as he's known as the only field goal kicker that never missed a field goal. So delivered to him. He was, and I delivered to Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas. I delivered to her parents. And here's the fucked up part about that one is that when I first delivered to her family's pad was when I was a driver's helper. I was a driver's helper for 8 years. So I delivered to her family's house. And when I delivered, they had gone to Holiday Ham. And when I was delivering there, I saw all of these pictures of Fergie on the wall. And I was like, oh, whoa, you guys are fans of the Black Eyed Peas. Like, well, yeah, that's our daughter. I was like, wait, what? And
no shit.
I look at the label, and the last name was Jackson. And I was like, holy shit.
That's awesome.
Here's the fucked up part. When Fergie got married to the dude from Transformers, it was during fucking peak. So all of her presents that she couldn't fit at her house went to her family's garage.
Yes.
I was like, fuck, man. Like, how many presents you guys get?
That would have been a lot.
I would have wrote on the box. I would have been like, don't do it. I'm here for you, girl.
Did you imagine that shit said signature required and no one's home?
Yeah. All of it. Jesus.
No, God, I'd have a heart attack.
Oh no, dude, that's so awesome, man. It's such an awesome. It's so awesome to hear the history. Like that's insane, dude. 4th generation is fucking awesome. And
what was the reaction? Like you said, your dad said not to go be, battle cardboard, but then you were like, I'm going to battle cardboard. Like, what was the?
Oh shit! There comes another one.
Don't worry, Luke. Dicks aren't flying yet. But no, my dad. Because the whole thing, because my dad, he's going through obviously a lot of aches and pains because he didn't have back then what we have now with with the handles on our trucks and all that.
Power steering.
They didn't have. Yeah. Dude, my dad he actually had to have wrist surgery because of that and because of constant shifting. So that took a toll on him for 32 years with the company. But exactly.
Yeah. Jesus.
But yeah, so I mean, but the one thing is that back then it was I got hired in May of 2006, May 8th, 2006, and when I went there. And here's the crazy thing too is that I used to work where I used to work. The funny thing is I always tell my friends that who are like, oh man, I'm out of a job. I've never been out of a job because the job I had before, I quit on a Friday, had the weekend, and started the cardboard or slinging cardboard on Monday. So I've literally never been jobless. But when I went there, my dad was like, hey, just work in the hub, go to school, you'll be good. And then everything fell through at school, and I told my dad, hey, look, you know what? I wanted to do this ever since I was like 5 years old, ever since I saw you in that brown jacket, ever since I saw you, ever since you brought me home all of those toys, I'm like, no, I want to do this. Like, I want to go driver. He's like, and my dad was just said, he's like, look, 10% your 401k. That's all I'm going to tell you. 10% your 401k, be careful with your stocks and just don't beat yourself up because this is a company that, yes, they will treat you good. They will take care of you the rest of your life. But as you guys have actually said on a few of your podcasts, don't expect any thank yous.
No.
Because, and that's something I get all the time. But at the same time, it's just, I mean, there's drivers, because I drive 81 miles to work every day for where they have me right now.
Shit.
And these other drivers, they're like, dude,
one way, you drive 160 miles round trip.
164.2 miles round trip from my other hub, but they have me at a new hub right now for Christmas, and then we're going back in January. So right now it's 81.9 miles to and back. And then on top of that, when I'm delivering, I'm like I said, I do furniture vans, all businesses, but I also do airport runs. Mm-hmm. So I take everything to the airport, unload, then come all the way the fuck back. So I'm averaging 115, 120 miles every day just working alone. And then going back home, I'm averaging damn near close to 300 miles every day of driving. In which case my supervisors are like, why don't you just go feed her?
Oh yeah, you're training for it.
I'm like, how about you just, as I tell them, like, how about you guys just pay me feed her? Like, for how much I'm doing the shit.
Wow. So, dude, that's awesome. Luke, Bobby, you guys have any more questions about cardboard forum?
Cardboard.
I see you guys itching towards the other subject.
I mean, it's kind of like, I got with cardboard. I don't believe I do. I think I've got a music question though.
All right.
That's where I wanted to move into next was the band stuff. So yeah, totally. And so let's start with this. So Fatal Prophecy. What do you do in the band?
I am the singer.
Awesome.
Singer and songwriter.
Awesome. Do you play any other instruments like on the side? Like, do you know how to play guitar, drums, all that?
I play guitar. Professionally, I play Lakota Indian flutes. And I have another side band that I do. It's all it's like massage. It's pretty much like for massage parlors.
Oh, okay, wait,
dude.
Say the name again.
Sick shit on Indian flutes.
What do you call it?
Like tribal shit. Like meditation kind of stuff.
What'd you say it was? What is it called? Lacardia?
No, Lakota Indian flutes.
Chronicles of Narnia.
No shit.
Yeah, right. Typical.
I can play that song.
Who cares? We'll take in your land. Here's a flute. Well,
yeah.
Go ahead, Bobby.
How do you have time? I don't know where the time's going. And I thought you just, commute to work like I do, 15 minutes down the road. No, you take like a whole road trip to work. You drive around all day at work, go back home. And then we're going to get into another subject, what you do, but you also singer-songwriter of a band, play some instruments and a Lakota Indian flute. How many hours do you have in a day? I don't understand porno.
And also do a podcast, and also I'm an artist. So right. It's the funny thing is like my dad and my family, they call me they call me a jack of all trades. But as I tell them, it's like, no, dude, I'm a jerk of all trades because I'm a master of many, not a master of none. But also with me traveling to work, it's just, I am a nomad by nature. It's like, I love being on the road, but no, it's just on the weekends. I just, whatever I can do, I just do it. I mean, it's like second nature really. But I learned Lakota Indian flutes. My late fiance had bought me my first one in 2009, and I mastered that thing within I think like 3 weeks, and then another 2 to 3 months later, I was making music with it and was selling it to massage parlors.
No shit. That's awesome.
Yeah,
you always make money then. Whatever you do, it's going to make money.
Yeah,
I bet you sell toenail clippings on Etsy, and you're loaded.
Close.
But a good idea.
Close. I actually make necro jewelry. I make jewelry out of dead animal parts.
No shit.
So I have I'd have to send it to you guys later, but I have a wind chime that's made from a dog skull, and all of its leg bones dangle at the end of it. So when it blows in the wind, it's nothing but just bones.
I got my dog down here, and I'm just looking at him, going, "See, buddy, you could be wind chimes when you." Hold on here. I'm going. This will be for you. Fuck, he's sleeping. I'm not going.
When the wind blows, it says he's friendly. He's friendly.
buddy.
I think my wind chime is more like, "Oh fuck, oh fuck."
I'll make sure to stamp this part of the podcast. So Mrs. Nomad doesn't fucking punch me in the face. Oh, man.
Well,
he's sensitive.
I love animals though.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like I don't harm animals. I just find bones and I make jewelry out of them.
6 cats and 4 dogs.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying because my dog. I'm saying because I'm looking at mine, going, "Yeah, buddy, you could be a chandelier or fucking wind chimes, man. We're gonna. You're not chandelier."
So you said artist too. So you draw?
I do a spray paint art and acrylic art.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
There's actually, you can see there's a couple of them right there in the background.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
For the people listening, go to the YouTube page and watch the video, and then you'll see what he's talking about. No, that's awesome.
Yeah. And
You don't have to answer this unless you live in Oregon, but do you take any enhancing, supplements to get your mind free to do all this stuff?
But I don't do shrooms. No, I'm very open about being a pothead, but no. When it comes to my work, it's I don't know. It's whatever comes to me at the moment because these paintings, I do them in like 15, 20 minutes. There's only a couple.
All your abilities. You're like all the X-Men. You know what I'm saying? Like usually they just have one power. You're just like, no, I do all of this. Like it's amazing.
Yes,
Deadpool.
I do drugs.
It's the enhancers. Dude, that's like I was just telling Dave when you saw these Insta stories, when you were asking if it would be a hammered moment. I was saying a movie quote because they were talking about that's another fucking story, but movie role models. He comes out, he's like, drugs. Why do kids do drugs? I don't know, because they're awesome. He fucking says it right in front of the fucking school, and I'm fucking.
See, dude, and I'm more like the guy on Caddyshack, where I'm looking one of like a guy. I can look at a guy at a chick at a party and be like, "Hey, do you do drugs?" Yeah. Good.
Oh fuck.
So how long have you going back to the band stuff now? How long
sorry.
No, you're good. How long have you been a musician?
Oh Jesus. Wow. I picked up guitar in 2002. Guitar 2002, fiddled with piano in the early 2000s. Lakota Indian flute I started in 2009, and I'm also a music collector, so it's more like I have an ear for a lot of things, but I've been collecting punk rock music ever since I was 7 years old.
What? Give us some of your favorite punk rock bands from like, let's say the 90s.
Oh, dude, I'll 90s are not my 1982 and 84 are my favorite years. That's actually it's one of the tombstones I have on my tattoo here. But no, my wife is actually into 90s punk rock. But no, I got into my first bands. My very first band was Bad Brains, and I actually have their original cassette. It's a red cassette, and they only pressed in 1982. They pressed only 3,000 copies of these original cassettes in red, yellow, and green.
Wow.
And my godfather, he was a punk rocker back in the days, and when he was in the Marine Corps, he was stationed in Seattle, Washington. So he scored me a bunch of. I actually have Dave Grohl's very first punk band that he on cassette with the sleeve inside is all typewritten and it's all laminated. And my godfather met him at a Dead Kennedys show in Seattle, Washington in 84. And they only had 500 copies and they gave him one. And so the one that I have is actually an original. But
so that was 1984. That's before Nirvana for Dave Grohl. Holy shit!
He was only, I believe, he was only 20 or 21, and that band was a straight edge band.
No way.
He was that was before he was even drinking and doing all that stuff. But so it went. So my bands I got started with when I was 7 was Bad Brains, Plasmatics, The Germs, Black Flag, Mission Impossible, which was Dave Grohl's first band. Then there was X-Ray Specs, Sex Pistols, of course, The Damned, Susie and the Banshees, Joy Division, Warsaw, which is Joy Division, which is Warsaw's Joy Division before they were Joy Division. Yeah. And I mean, the list just went on from there. But yeah, I have about 16, 17 years of music collecting. I collect all cassettes. You know, I'm barely starting on vinyl, but yeah, it's all cassettes that I pretty much have of American hardcore, my favorite genres, and I have everything from Finnish hardcore, Sweden, Germany, and the list goes on.
Sure. Fuck, dude, that's awesome.
Dave Grohl, I feel like is so. This always just my opinion. I feel like he's underappreciated for how good that he really fucking is.
No, he is big time.
I just wanted to make sure to throw that in there because he's fucking talented.
Oh, he is. Well, dude. Plus, he's also a big fan of Little Richie, and he actually at Lemmy's Lemmy from Motorhead, his funeral, he actually scored. He scored an autograph from Little Richie, but he scored it 3 days before Lemmy had passed away. And at Lemmy's funeral, he pulled out the copy and he started crying. And he said, like, I was going to give this to him, like, you know, for his birthday, but he, of course, passed.
Wow.
But, you know, that's why I dig, you know, people like Dave Grohl and other musicians who actually, you know, like how you said, like, you're into rap. You know, I see you like listening to like metal, rock. When I hear people have an ear for another type of music, it's like, oh shit, cool. What else do you listen to? Because I listen to other things also. Hey,
yeah,
you know, like I'm just a big music. I'm a huge music buff. I mean, I can beer for days for that subject.
Oh, me too.
Same. I mean, that makes three. Because literally, I mean, that's all I did until
Guys,
you know.
I know what subject I'm waiting for.
All right, here we go.
I mean, to say we got is it an elephant in the room? Probably not, but it's basic.
Yeah. It's average. Okay,
it's more like it's more like Ron average. It's more like Ron Jeremy's dick on timeout. So.
Ron Jeremy's dick on timeout. What a great fucking analogy. God dang it.
So
that
like,
was a good one.
So like you said, because I'm just gonna go back to the music real quick. We'll get there, boys. We'll fucking get there. All right, relax.
I was just saying, I don't know anything about music.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yes. Let me and Dave have our bromance, please.
Yes. So you said your wife was into like the 90s punk rock.
Yeah.
So like
hers would be like
one of my favorite bands, like punk rock bands growing up. I mean, they're like, you know, this is like, maybe they weren't punk rock, but MXPX.
Oh, of course. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. MXP, their Green Pea album was actually one of, I think that was their first album, but that was actually a really good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used
one
to
of my
listen to
favorite
them.
bands growing up.
Yeah. See, when 90s punk bands do, I mean, for her, it's like Teenage Bottle Rockets, the Queers, the Dead Milkmen, which are still today like one of my favorite fucking bands. That band is hilarious. But yeah, there's those ones. Was it? Oh my god. Oh, that's gonna puzzle me. Sorry, but yeah, she's more knowledgeable on those ones. It's called Sloppy Seconds is the other one. But yeah, then I don't know if you ever heard of a band called Riot Gun. They came out in the early 90s, but the guitar player of that band was my teacher in middle school. Yeah, so and they played Vans Warped Tour back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Damn. But yeah, that guy was my math teacher. Like shout out to Mr. Hernandez.
There you go.
No shit.
That's awesome. So you also said your music library in your head it varies from genre to genre. What other type of genres do you enjoy listening to?
Black metal, death metal, classic rock. If you go, I mean, fuck, Bach, Beethoven, Mozart. I mean, if you want to go that far back,
like what about like classical? Like
Beethoven's Ninth Symphony is like one of my favorite ones when I'm playing chess.
And like, what about like Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That Nat King Cole,
Yep.
all that. Yeah, my grandma brought me up on those, and my favorite,
Awesome.
not of that year, but similar genres. Chris Isaac is like one of my, to me, Chris Isaac is like the last of the ones you can call like the Johnny Cash generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like every generation has an Elvis. For me, it was like there was Elvis, there was Johnny Cash, and then for me there was Chris Isaac. But Chris Isaac, he tends to hide his more like graphic type of I don't know if graphic's the right word, but his more deeper type of songs. He uses more fancy words, a little more more better vocabulary and all that. But Chris Isaac, he actually, my late fiance is her memorial tattoo, but on here, Forever Blue, one of my favorite Chris Isaac songs. But yeah, that he was like it still is this day, like one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to just music writing in general, when it comes to like love songs and just heartbreaks and all that.
That's awesome. And like, so that's where I completely understand that too. From being a musician, I don't know if you know, I've been playing drums since I was like 4 years old. I'm 33 now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing drums since I was like 4 years old. I picked up guitar like 18 years ago, probably 20 years ago, bass, and then, taught myself piano, all self-taught as well. And that was one of my questions I had for you too. Were you self-taught or did you take lessons?
Self-taught.
Awesome. Yeah. So,
Nice.
so like, I completely understand like what you mean by, his songwriting abilities and all that, because you got to have total respect. And when someone is just a real raw musician,
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, I should say self-taught on my other, I was not self-taught on guitar. My, before Fatal Prophecy, I had a band called, and I'm sure you guys will love this name, the Panty Sniffers. But
I'm a fan already.
Yeah. So, but the bass player of the band, he was the one who actually taught me basic power chords. And I went from there.
That's awesome. That's sick, dude. That's awesome, bro. I could talk about music all day too.
This whole entire interview would have to go another like couple of days.
I mean, I'm just seeing the minds collabing, and it's very intriguing, because I'm a music lover. I told Dave that I play a little bit of saxophone. The only instrument I could say I could ever play was saxophone.
I play bamboo saxophone.
But as somebody that loves a lot of shit, it's cool to see you guys fucking click on it being actual musicians yourselves. That's pretty. It wouldn't, like, I'll say it, like, it wouldn't bore me for not being somebody that doesn't play anything just because I love music so much. It's cool as fuck to hear you guys say it, because I know, obviously, I mean, Dave is part of the podcast team. I know he's talented. You obviously, with your fucking songwriting and shit, you got fucking like 4 albums on. I mean, I've got 4, I think, downloaded on Apple Music. So you guys, it's cool as fuck to see that. I love it. That's just me. But then, like I said, it's just somebody that loves music, but not really a musician, because I haven't played a saxophone since the Clinton administration.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Hope.
Oh, do we lose him?
His internet's going a little bit.
Oh no!
Message.
It must be a big.
Oh no, there he is. Hold on.
There it is.
I was saying you guys are cutting out.
Oh,
there we go. Okay, I was like, hey, what happened there? There we go.
We're back. We're back.
And, no, I was actually going to say I have my flutes in the neck, and it's actually one of my speakers here. But if you guys do want to hear a tune, one of my flutes, I'll definitely show you at the end if you guys want.
Oh, totally up for that. Go ahead, Bobby. Looked like you had a question.
No, I just wanted to say that I also play an instrument. It's the recorder.
Is it skin flute?
Yeah, well, that too.
Because my wife plays that
in like 4th grade, and BAG was my classic, so you can catch that on YouTube. It's an old YouTube channel.
Nice.
But no, watching you guys go back and forth with all that information and all these bands and all these people that I have no idea who you're talking about. I'm just like, holy shit! How do you have this all in your head? It's amazing.
It's there. It's there. But
Yup, it is.
it is. It is. All right. Go ahead, Bobby. This is the moment you've all been waiting for. I know.
Oh, we're on that part already?
Do we have a drum roll?
Drum roll, please.
Oh, I definitely didn't write that question, but I just want to ask the question anyways. Practice my
Go for it.
making people awkward, even though he can't be made awkward. Take us through the day before you're fucking on camera.
Yeah. Take us through your day.
What like when I get ready for slinging cardboard, maybe a cup of coffee, I do the dynamic stretches and I go. Do you stretch before? Or?
No, it's more like my wife, just she gets all dolled up, gets all ready, and then just says, hey, flip and zip.
Flip and zip.
So yeah, no, just mainly, just make sure, just be sober, and all that, because, whiskey dick is actually a thing. So,
right.
Not good
It
to.
is a thing. It's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone else who says that it's not, anyone else says it's not, I'm very sorry, but it is. So,
It is.
just do it sober, and plus I'm the one who's doing does the filming when it's like POV, and she's the majority of the POV stuff is me filming. So, so with me, it's like, I got to make sure my angles are correct while she's doing her thing and all that. And, thankfully, I think it's like 6 years she's been doing this and I've been doing it with her. Gotten the angles down like a lot better. And, hell, fucking Europe really loves them. So I guess we're doing something good there.
White van man.
They must be a fan. They must be a fan
Paul,
of the angles.
Paul, where you at, Paul? No.
Paul, what are you doing over there, buddy? Right now, actually. Cut it out.
No, it's
Fucking
awesome.
shout out to
Fucking
Gary
great,
and
yeah.
Paul.
That'd be great.
Good.
And I'll tell you guys this: do not be shy of asking me anything, because you'll surprised how many people. Is the number one theme that I always get in my, like, okay, no disrespect. It's like, okay, no. Whatever question you have.
Well, yeah, because that's what people.
I know,
because they're so uncomfortable, probably, that they're like, no disrespect, but
No.
and then they're just fucking thinking in their mind, like trying to maybe place themselves, and they just can't.
So on any of her, is it mostly her and you're just a part of it, or do you have your own like Pornhub thing going?
No. It's mostly her. It's her career.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just one of a few actors that works with her.
Sure.
I'm the main actor that works with her, but
So
I have to ask. It's her career.
So I have to ask: is your face ever shown?
Yes.
So-
On
So that follows me into my next question: have you ever gotten recognized out on your route?
yes.
Oh, no way!
No.
No way! Tell us the story, please. Let us know how this went down.
Nope. Well, I was gonna say no problem, but it also ties into the helper stories.
Oh shit! That's fucking
All right, we can save it
awesome.
then. That's amazing. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's one of them. But yes, the helper story. Yeah, that's one. But no. Hey, you guys saved the best interview for last,
dude.
You're
Absolutely.
getting it.
Oh my god!
For people that have recognized you, I'll put a question in this form. Has it ever been somebody that, because you always hear that saying, don't judge a book by its cover. Have you ever had somebody recognize you that you would think, holy shit, I can't believe they're watching porn, period. Just like, you think maybe they might be in service or something,
Yeah.
I'm looking at Pornhub on Sunday morning, just say it.
Oh yeah.
Like
The thing is, you'd actually be very surprised of how with OnlyFans, going big now. I mean, you'd actually be surprised of how many people, not just women but men too, who and trans, all that. I mean, everyone's who wants to make a good amount of money for having if you're in good shape and you feel very sexually confident, dude, people are doing it. And even even the people that you would think were not, like, dude, like seriously, like Sue Bob, I wouldn't be surprised if she had an OnlyFans.
Sue Bob,
because dude,
yeah.
Because dude, my wife, actually, David will love this one. My wife actually, she used to work for My Free Cams, and there was this one chick on there from Kentucky, and this chick was just like she shared the same tooth with everybody in town, and fucking beer gut galore.
I'm so glad she's from Kentucky.
but this chick would make bank by drumming her belly with drumsticks, covering Def Leppard songs.
Come on.
And she would make bank.
It's unreal, right? Unreal.
Dude, there's a fetish for everything.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we went.
Ball fetish?
I don't even know what. I mean, that's like a tummy fetish or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But dude, there's a fetish. I mean, dude, we found fetishes for people who love sharpening pencils. We love. There are people who love being in traffic. We found fetishes, for balloons. I mean, there is literally a fetish for everything.
Dude,
everything.
I got a quick story with that with the porn shop or sex toy shop.
Oh, here we go.
This was when I was still delivered in Morgantown. I don't go to this. I don't see this place anymore. But so,
I was actually there last night.
This woman comes in there and buys a fuck ton of whippets, and I'm like, damn. She's like, yeah, now she's like baking cakes. And I'm like, yeah, baking cakes. I'm sure you just got a fuck ton of CO2 there. But no, apparently she baked cakes and she would fucking sit on them. And like people would pay her to do this shit, dude.
Yeah.
She had a nice ass fucking BMW, dude. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know how much money she made. But when I went outside, I was like, damn, well,
there was actually a priest from down in Queens.
I know who
New York.
I know who you're talking about, and
Do you?
And the guy who got dominatrixes.
Yes, and he was into the cake sitting fetishes, and the whole fucking congregation of the church found out about it. And
they were in on it too.
Yeah. But listen, here's the funny thing about it, right? No. Here's the funny thing. I believe he's the same Greek priest. It was a Greek Orthodox church, and he's the same Greek priest that actually baptized my wife and my sister-in-law when they were babies.
Yes, that's so fucking crazy.
So they all make fun of it now. They're like,
I had history.
And they're like, I had the cake sitting priest. The fucking, oh my god, unreal. It's
what an honor,
dude. Oh my god, that's fucking great.
Yeah. That's so funny. Dude. You knew
exactly. I mean, to say honor might not have been the best choice of words, but what a just say. Call a fucking
dude, the guy. Hey, the one thing I will say about that priest though, and you'll have to forgive my dark sense of humor for this. They weren't little kids. They were fucking beautiful dominatrixes. So there was that.
That wasn't even that dark. That's just fucking honesty.
It's hard to.
No, he's just telling the truth.
Hence one of the many reasons why I get death threats on my podcast.
Wait, so do you guys have a schedule? You're like Monday's anal, Tuesday's blowjobs. Do you have like a set schedule of when you guys perform, or is it just like on a whim?
No, that's all based off of that's all based on how she's feeling. Is my wife? She has her and I both have mental illnesses. I mean, I suffer from depression, PTSD, ADHD, ADD. I'm basically a big jack in the box full of fun, but she suffers from a few things also. But this is why the career that she's in actually works for her so well, because she doesn't have to have a set schedule. And she's already so well known. I mean, you can Google her; she'll pop right up. So, she can make money. Sometimes it's a bad day. Sometimes it's an awesome day. But.
Cali internet is something else.
Dude, I know.
We're all good, right?
We are.
When
he is still shotting.
When he comes back, I'll see if we can switch over to the phone.
Oh, gotcha.
See the same thing we did with Andy.
Let's send him
So
a message.
Brad,
Yeah.
mark this moment down for me, Brad. Because I think he's coming back.
You guys
Oh,
there?
oh, are you there? Shit.
Oh, there we go. Was that on my end or your end?
Yeah, someone hijacking your internet or something. You're doing good there for a bit.
Porno.
Yeah, that one was on your end. Because
Was it my end? Oh,
Yeah, because
shit.
all three of us were fine, and we were all talking. We're like, "Oh shit!" Like, because you just froze up. It was weird. But
Oh, great. I let Dick sing.
No.
But but basically,
no, I
Go
was
ahead.
I was gonna say real quick because I got Brad who's not shown the guy that was here before. So he marked down the timestamp, so we're just like paused right now. But would it be possibly easier? Maybe like how's your cell phone service out there? Because the same thing happened. With,
I can switch over to it.
yeah, because
That's what Andy did.
Yeah, because the same thing happened with our guest Andy Von Six when we had her on, and then when she switched over to the cell phone, it was much better. So, are you gonna?
Okay, yeah. Let me. I get you switch. I can switch over right now.
Yeah,
Actually.
I have my timer going still. I haven't stopped it, by the way. So.
All right, thank you. So, do you need me to send you another email, or do you still have that email in your address or in your inbox to
Take a.
do that?
No, you're good. Actually, let me here. Give me. Here, I'm gonna log off my computer real quick.
Totally.
Give me just 2 minutes.
Do your thing.
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, dude, that's much better. It looks smooth.
Hold on. Okay, you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir. The only thing I'd ask is if you got it. You know what to do. My man.
Oh yeah, I
There
do
you go.
podcasts also.
There you go. You know what to do. All right, so now we'll wait for Luke to get back. Yeah, because it started getting choppy a little bit when we were talking about the music stuff. And it was just cutting in and out a little bit, and your voice sounded a little robotic. We're like, okay, let's see how it plays. I was thinking, let's see how it plays out. And then we fucking lost you there for like a good minute. I was like, fuck. All right, let's see if we can switch you over to the phone.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah. But that thing's sick though, bro. Look at that fucking thing. Holy shit. That's awesome.
Oh, dude.
That's sick.
Bro, but
Handmade.
You're a fucking
Hell yeah.
genius. Like, you play this flute and you're like, oh, I'll just sell the recordings to like massage parlors. Like, what?
It's fucking awesome.
I was going to ask you before too, have you ever taken an IQ test? You seem like way, like, there's gotta be, you got a superpower.
No, I just I learned everything visually. So when I learned the flute, I just one of my buddies tried to say that I was a prodigy. I'm like, dude, I am not a fucking prodigy. Beethoven's a goddamn prodigy. It's like I just see what people are doing. And it's like, oh, okay, that. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, do a vibrato in my throat. Okay, I'll learn that. It's just having ADD and having ADHD, I have to really, really be into something in order to pursue it. So even one of my deliveries I do, I had just to be an asshole, I learned sign language just to step up my sister because she was going to school. And I was like, hey, I bet I can learn sign language on YouTube. Lo and behold, I did. And after meeting a bunch of deaf people, going to deaf parties and all that, and then finally delivering to places where there are deaf people and also having a deaf preloader, I ended up going on YouTube more than getting books. And then lo and behold, I taught myself, sign language.
No
so
shit.
I'm only, so I taught myself sign language, this, and many other things. It's just shit I'm into.
Ask Dave about being a rock star. You guys are selling yourself short. Like, you might not be Beethoven. I won't give you that. You might not be Beethoven.
No, nowhere near it.
But if you can learn things just by seeing them, and you can remember people's birthdays just by going to college one year, or you can just teach yourself guitar at fucking 4 years old. I like my friends right now is what I'm saying. Is like, you guys are fucking amazing. Like, you gotta give yourself credit because that shit's amazing. Like, the list, just in this small amount of time, the list is incredible.
Oh, thank you. I normally don't hear these things very often. It's just like for me. It's like it's just me being me. Like I just. But no, thank you. That's a big compliment. I haven't heard that many times.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
dude, it's
All right.
good stuff, man. Ready?
Yeah, that's cool. So we could pick up now. I believe Brad's going to jot this time down too for me. So when we're going to pick back up, you got it, Brad?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Cool. Brad's our like little behind the scenes guy. He's like, anything. If any of us slip by accident, we say you or whatnot. He just jots down the timestamp and then I edit it out and put a little fucking shit over it. But
I literally wanted to say the company's name, but do it in a foreign fashion to where it's like I have the biggest. It's like I have the biggest.
Hold on, I got it fucking right here. Ready? There it is.
Yep.
All right.
I was like, yeah.
No, we got to do that. You got to do that. It's just
okay.
I'll mark it down. Don't worry.
Thank you. All right, here we go. So, to pick it up here, what the fuck were we talking about? We were talking about scheduling. Yes.
Yeah.
Scheduling. Yes. But yeah, no, just with my, with my wife's, just with everything that goes on with her, she's been modeling pretty much like half of her life. So with this type of career, it's something she's always wanted to do. For me, same here. And lo and behold, when we got together, it's like, well, shit, she first got into the foot fetish industry and then it slowly went from there. But basically the point to where it comes down to scheduling, it works for her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There is no set schedule.
Right.
But as of right now, since we want to try to have kids again, then yeah, there will be a schedule. But no, it's whatever she wants to do pretty much, which is fucking cool for her. Because if she wanted to, like, for the amount of work that, she wants to do now, she can make more money than us.
Sure.
But she, but for her, it's just like, it's a stable industry to where she's just like, nope, it's all cool. If I have a bad day, I can take the day off. I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
And when it comes to bomb ass health,
Yeah. So she's basically her own boss. She makes the rules and there's no like contracts or anything. It's just her. And
there are contracts. There are contracts with anyone else that she works with that are not me. So,
sure.
So she'll get, identification, all that, make sure they're tested, STD tested and everything like that, so, but yeah, because the whole thing is that in the mainstream, porn industry, it's not, I hate to say it's shady because not all of the companies are shady.
Sure.
But the problem is that the top end companies, they do shady shit in their contracts, which most of the girls don't read. And also there's also a big problem with cam models that don't speak English very well, because the companies actually take advantage of them and try to take more money out of them because they know or they assume that they're not going to read the fine print, which is just fucked up. And we, she and I have both been advocating, for better rules against that type of shit, because it's just, not only is that discriminatory, but it's just fucking bullshit,
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, there's even with the company we work with, dude, we all know there's shady individuals and all that. It's no different with this. Just with this, personal health comes into play, and that needs to be, she is on top of that most,
Totally. So
and actually a little quick fun fact for you guys. If the world actually tested themselves the way that porn stars do, AIDS would disappear in 7 years.
No shit.
So let that be a fun fact to anyone else, anyone who's listening to me talking and all that, who want to be judgmental against people in the sex industry and all that, and, call them whores, whatever you want to fucking do. Just know that if they actually went down the health guidelines that we go down, AIDS would disappear in 7 years. And that has actually been medically proven and scientifically proven by women who have studied it, because they did that purposely, because any men who are studying it, they knew that would be like, well, yeah, but that's men, that can be a whole different thing. But when women have actually studied it, it's just like, okay, take them at their fucking word, because they know their bodies really, really well. And men are just like, yeah, we'll stick our dicks in fire hydrants. You know, so
I told her not to tell anybody.
well, you know. Yeah, but there's a little fun fact for you.
That's crazy,
Luke.
dude.
Well, thank you. Learn something new every day.
Lock it in
Yep.
there.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's fucking locked.
So like,
It's all
so
locked.
like when she's, would this be easier for her to tell? Like, I don't know. Like, are you there like every time, or are you at
No.
like, for instance, like when she's, you know, working, I guess, right? Is that she's working?
Working by herself with
Yes.
another guy. No,
Yes.
I'm not always there.
Okay. So like, I was just curious. So like, is there like a studio? Is that stuff that you guys do in-house? Is it?
I'm in the studio.
Oh,
This is the
studio?
sex dungeon that I'm in right now.
The sex dungeon.
Yeah.
Is there a
Sex dungeon.
casting couch in there somewhere?
Yes, yes. Black wicker
That's
couch.
actually in the other room.
Nice.
AKA living room where the stripper pole is.
Oh, we're gonna have to get it. We're gonna have to get a tour of your house now.
Yeah, we're gonna have. Yeah.
Well, just
Off
know
camera, off camera.
You'll all have to swing upside down on the stripper pole to actually be pure in our eyes.
Fuck.
But yeah, no, dude. There's been times like where there's really been times like where I've called my wife on my lunch break. You know, I'm doing. Peak season last year was a good example because my ankles were swollen, my toes were bleeding, and I called her up on my lunch, and I was on I think my 11th hour. I was finally able to take it, and I called her up, and I was like, "Hey," "Hey, babe, I'm on my lunch. You know, how you doing?" She's like, "I'm good. You know, just sucking dick. What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm just on my lunch."
On my lunch.
Just another day at the office, so
It's another day at the office.
so to speak, you know.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So like,
Not even so to speak. That's what it is.
Right. Yeah.
damn, dude. So because like I was just curious. So like, what is it like for? I don't know if you'd be able to explain it, but in her eyes, like, what is it like for the day when, you know, she knows, okay, today I'm going to be working with Joe Schmo. Today I'm going to be working with Paul. Who, like, you know, like, so like, what is it like for like her routine for that day? Like, wake up, work out, like, you know what I mean? Like, what is it?
It's, you know, honestly, Matt, you know, because in the regular industry, you know, they have scripts and everything. With my wife, you know, it's literally just like, look, because I mean, she's been, you know, for 6 years she's been doing it. She'll literally tell me or, you know, another talent that she's working with, and what one of them actually is the bass player, Fatal Prophecy. But what she'll basically do is just be like, okay, look, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, I'm gonna do this position, I'm gonna do that position, and then you're gonna come in so and so place. I mean, It's just, you know, it's literally just. I don't like to say spur of the moment because she just knows what she's doing. It's almost like an art form, really. But other companies, like professional companies, will be like, here, we have a script, say this, say that, go into this and this and that. You know, with her, it's just like, no, do this, do that, do this, do that. Don't worry about it. They'll still jerk off to my fucking ass and pussy. And, you know, and
I was going to say, I feel like
Yeah.
the scripts were always, I mean,
that's what I tuned in for.
I mean, I feel like people skip through them anyway.
Some, well, there are some that are necessary. I mean, because like, for example, I'm a big fan of Pure Taboo, which is big on Pornhub right now. But that like is like, you know, situations where, you know, the girls are like, you know, are getting like roughed up and all that. You know, it's more aggressive and a lot more slapping in the faces. And it's like, oh, fine, fuck me while my boyfriend's gone. Just make it fucking quick. You know, like.
Right.
Let me
So,
see
man,
you. Come here and let me see you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead, Luke. Do it. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
This guy, Luke.
Yeah.
Come here, girl. Let me see you.
What are you gonna do?
Fucking. So hold on, real quick inside joke. So every time we're on the phone, did we ever mention this on the podcast? I don't know.
Not yet.
But
Not yet.
every time we're on the phone, like us three guys, we talk every fucking day when we're out there battling cardboard for like 3-4 hours a fucking day. We're just out there delivering, talking bullshit. And Luke, every time, God damn it, every time there's a fucking dog, a cat, a horse,
Yeah,
a
anything.
pig, who the fuck knows what's out there in West by God, Virginia? But
my wife loves your post, Lucas. Like she's a huge fan of the dogs and cow. Like she wants her own cow. But anytime you put anything up with your animals, I'm like, hey, look what Luke posts.
Yeah. But like every time though, he's like, come here, girl. Let me see you, girl. Come on. You know, and he just goes. So that was just an inside joke. I mean, he's like, hey, look,
and I guess I don't ever say if it's like a boy dog, I'm just like, come here and let me see you. So I don't ever say, come here, boy, let me see you. It's always just.
I still call female dogs bitches because my family raised Siberian Huskies for 30 years.
Wow.
So like I said, dude, I have so much history in me. I'm like, I don't know how long this podcast is going to be.
Bobby wants to know about
hold on. See, this is what I'm talking about. You said your family. You already have 4 generations of slinging cardboard. I got to go do something right now because they're all slinging cardboard. They're raising Siberian Huskies. They're raising kids.
30 years.
Right. Yeah. Whereas I'm doing something wrong with this time. You have
actually, Bobby, do you have was it the Disney app?
No.
Okay, because I know. You do. Okay, because I know you have kids, Bobby. But
you mean like on the TV, Disney
Plus?
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Okay. Have your kids ever seen a movie called Togo?
I don't think so.
Okay, Togo. I would advise you to watch that with your kids because my family did the same exact run.
Togo.
Okay. Oh, here. Have you guys ever heard of Balto? The Disney movie Balto.
Yeah.
Okay, see, and this is why it pisses me off that people don't know Togo because Balto was actually part of the same pack that Togo came from. Togo was the only dog that ran 239 miles with his team to Nome, Alaska to fetch the antitoxin medication to bring back to their town to cure the children of diphtheria. So the thing is that when he was making that journey, the whole thing was that he was gone for so long that Balto ended up doing a quicker run, which is the run that they do to this day. It's only a 60-mile run, 30 miles or 60 miles one way, 60 miles back. He did that run to meet the other sledders from Nome, Alaska to get them a quicker batch of diphtheria to get to the children on time because Togo was taking too long. So Balto got all the notoriety to this day, but Togo ran 239 miles next to the other dogs that only ran 60, 70 plus miles. But the race that they do in Nome, Alaska to this day that Balto did is the same run that my family did for 30 years. And my grandma came in, the best was second place. And then we won third and fourth place.
Oh shit!
3 or 4 other years, but yeah, we did bobsledding, breeding, showing, and all that stuff. Our dogs were in calendars, like all that shit. But yeah, we did the same run, or my family did the same runs as Balto did. But Togo is the one that deserves notoriety. Fuck Balto.
Okay,
so I'll end there right there.
I don't even know Balto or but fuck Balto.
You know what I can
Fuck
just say real
Balto.
quick is that it's just as fucking awesome how we went from porn to Disney Plus.
Quick.
Here's the fun part:
That's a
watching
difference.
Pornhub while watching Disney Plus.
That sounds hard.
But I won't get into that story because I'm sure there's too many more. I can go further, but continue with the porn, gentlemen.
No,
I took care of bitches for 30 years, gentlemen.
Jesus. Bobby looks confused right now. Bobby,
I don't know. People.
You can go back to the porn stuff. How about that?
Well, just, no,
Just go
people
back
say
to there.
ADHD, and I'm just like, I think you're multi. You can focus on different things at different times. Like, I don't look at it as a bad thing. I think of right. So, but this is just blowing my fucking mind. Like, usually I can hear like 2 or 3 people talking at the same time, but raising Siberian Huskies, battling cardboard, porn, singing, what else? Music,
Art,
playing,
music,
art,
band,
selling toenails. No, bones.
necro jewelry.
Yeah, necro jewelry.
Yeah, necro jewelry.
I've done the math. I just did the math here. There's only 24 hours in a day. What do you sleep? 4, maybe?
I mean,
Three,
Yes.
I'd
four?
say 3.5.
Yeah.
4.5.
hours.
4.5.
Fuck.
Because that's all your brain needs to maintain full sanity. And
Yeah.
plus with PTSD, I have a lot of night terrors. They're becoming a little more lucid these days. So yeah, about 4.5 hours a day I sleep usually.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Less on the weekends. I try to get at least like 5 to 6 in there. But yeah, come peak season, that's why I'm like, okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Jesus. And you're always on the go. Like if you're not slinging cardboard, you're painting. If you're not painting, you're playing music. If you're not music.
If I'm not doing any of those, I'm laying in bed, just either a depressed mess or I'm doodling in my art book or I'm writing the book that I'm writing right now. But yeah, that's like literally all I'm doing. It's just chilling if I'm not doing any of those other things.
Thank you for your time, man.
You're welcome.
Totally.
No, dude, I've been a big fan of your guys' podcast for ever since I first heard it. I was like, oh damn, these guys are cool. And then, but then but I remember Bobby, you actually, the first time I talked to you was when it was peak season last year, and you were wondering on how everything was going with drivers during the COVID thing, and I was the one that called you, telling you that I was getting constantly followed by cars, and and how many times I've had guns and knives pulled on me and shit from all the other places I've delivered to.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was like about a year and a half, no, last peak season, but it was me and you talked like for I think like maybe like 10 or 15 minutes briefly, and I was oh shit, where is it? Here, I was wearing this vest
with the you had your sunglasses.
Yeah, I was wearing this vest and I had a studded up mask.
Wow.
Yeah, but yeah, no, because it's when you were wondering about the drivers going through how they were handling COVID, and I was telling you that I was having cars following me, and then one car that did follow me, my buddy who was
you had to go through the warehouse parking lot.
Yes, and then there's that one. Then the one guy who was following me almost all the way to my hub, my buddy who's a cop pulled him over behind me while I was going to my hub. And then he called me about 30 minutes later saying that he had 4 weapons on him and a bunch of packages in his trunk that didn't belong to him. And his passenger was wanted for armed robbery, and he had a warrant out for his arrest for a parole violation, which I don't remember what the other part was for, but it was a parole violation. So
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, dude, I had 4 guns pulled on me on one street when I was delivering out here in the desert. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous.
Jesus.
Was it one after another? Like,
yes.
Like, hey, here's the next one. Hey, I wonder if the next one, oh fucker, pulled one on me too. Shit.
Yeah. No, it was one street. Because they had me come up here for peak season about 3 or 4 years ago. And the hub up here was backed up for 2 days, and they called drivers even from Vegas to come up here and help. But I actually, but they had me out in the sticks, and this, when I mean the sticks, I mean the fucking desert. No lights, no nothing. You're guided by the moonlight. And on that night, it was just a crescent moon, so I didn't have much shit. But I won't. It was 4 guns pulled on me on that block. I won't go all the way down all of them, but the first one was the most memorable because I had my flashlight on the guy's address because he had 1 number missing and 1 number flipped upside down. So I could either go all the way down to the next guy's house, but the next house is so far down, it's like, okay, I'm going to lose probably like a couple minutes here.
Yeah.
So I stayed there. I was like, okay, fine. I got my flashlight. I go to the door. There's no lights on. Go to the door. I barely knocked the first time, and all I hear is this dude comes out from the side of his garage. He's like, hey, what the fuck, motherfucker? And I was like, whoa, dude. He's like, guys, this quote is gonna burn itself into your head as it is burned in my head. The guy looks at me with a straight face and says, shit, bro, I am so sorry, man. God, I thought you were a cop.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. What?
Oh,
I was like, dude, you might want to repeat that you might want to repeat that a couple times to yourself to let it sink in before you die one day.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Oh, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, but by the 4th house, I was just like, Yeah, fine. I'm used to fucking having a 45 pulled on me. Where do you want the package? I'm like,
You want it the front
Did they
door?
forget they
back door?
ordered the pat? Like, what are they thinking? Well, I don't. Are these
the first guy,
people? I don't know.
the honestly, dude, because the people up here love flashing their fucking guns, and it's California. So California, I mean, it's not like West by God, Virginia, where you can fucking turn deers into Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
You know, so up here, it's like, oh my God, can you shoot that squirrel with a BB gun? I bet that'd be badass. You know, like that's how it is over here. Because I mean, guns are almost like, I mean, if you have
Yeah,
if you're
they were
only
illegal in California.
no, they're not illegal. But if your gun basically needs to be in your house at all times. Like there's a law over here that says if you have your gun on your front porch with you, it's like an automatic 5-year sentence. Just unloaded, doesn't matter. If it's on your front porch with you, on your person, you're fucked.
Damn.
Dude, and in West by God, Virginia, we're like, what's up, man?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, man, I want to go visit Luke and get drunk.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
So-
but no, that guy was basically just a tweaker, wanted to flash his guns, and the other three were actually they were war vets. One was Vietnam, and the other two were war vets from Fallujah, who are actually they were the first ones to go in when the invasion of Fallujah happened. So they have severe PTSD. I mean, they are just very secluded.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them literally has a basket that says, "Oh, well, I just said everything right there."
You're good.
Basically, all the company names. It says, "Here, put this in a basket. If you any drivers go past the gate, you're getting shot." That's literally was on a cardboard box. I was like, signature required? Not in one.
Damn, dude. That's nuts.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, guys, I got a lot of history.
Oh, my goodness.
So what's your next question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bobby or Luke, you guys got any more for him?
Do I have any more?
Because I know I have to give you guys my helper story.
Oh yeah, we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Well, okay, well, let me ask you one while these guys think. So, has there ever been like a video that you guys made where you are the delivery guy?
No.
No?
Oh,
No. And it is a plan, but the only difference is I'm going to make it I actually want to dress as a Flamazon driver just to give it more of a kick.
Yeah.
But no, I actually had to talk to my union reps about that one because well, as long as the symbol's not on the shirt, you're good. I'm like, well, all right. I guess I can do what Bobby does when he does his TikToks. I'm like,
I got a shirt for you.
If it has cum stains on it, I won't wash it, but I will wear it.
Yeah, if I could make a design with those, I'm in the wrong.
It's
business.
Bobby juice.
It's Bobby juice.
Hey, instead of Schmeglex, it's Schmiglex.
Schmedlex.
Yeah, so when you guys started saying that, I was like, have you guys ever heard of Schmigma? Because I'm like, you guys are practically saying this company in a porn fashion.
Oh shit!
Little did we know. Jesus. That's awesome. So, all right. If these guys are good.
I'm good, man. I'm ready.
You good? You ready?
Good. I'm ready.
Porno, give us your favorite helper story.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, oh, boy. Okay. So, I'm assuming you guys want the one when someone recognizes.
I mean, if you have two, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. If you have two, that's fine. Give it to us.
Oh, now it's yours to cut out.
No. We can still hear you, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the audio's good.
Yeah. Can you still hear us?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you hear us.
Yeah,
okay.
That's just him again.
Oh, there it is.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
So you can. If you have two, you can give both of them to us. If you have 2, 3, whatever, let's start firing them off to us.
Dude, I have so many. Because, dude, the thing is, I was also that helper.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's, but Okay, well here I'll tell the one since Bobby's been waiting for that one. Okay, so on this was actually the last time I did. This was probably about it was 4 years ago because it was when I was helping out here in the desert. So the hub called me up and they said, hey, you have your helper at so and so spot. Go and meet her. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, it's a chick. I'm like, well, all right, cool. Let's get this done then. So I go and pick her up, and she's actually like a pretty good looking chick and everything. Did not have Uggs on.
Oh, that's
Okay,
good.
good.
That's good.
Did not have Uggs on, but she had fucking 12-hole Doc Martens on, and I was just like, oh, okay. So she gets into the truck, and her hair is like kind of like dyed and everything. I was like, okay, I bet this chick knows music. So
Yeah.
I start. So we're going out, we're delivering, but she keeps staring at me, and I notice that she's going like this with her phone, like turning it towards me, and so when she's doing that, I was like, oh, did you want to take a picture or something? She's like, well,
No, I'm just on Pornhub.
No, but I looked at her. I was like, oh, did you want to take a picture or something, like your Snapchat or something like that? And she's like, well, here's the thing. You look really familiar to me, and my friend says my friend says that she might know you. I was like, really? I'm like, who's your friend? Because I don't know anybody out here in the desert. And she's like, oh, you're not from the desert? I'm like, no, I live out here, but I don't deliver out. I mean, I'm just helping out here. I actually, deliver out, in like, the valley area. Yeah. And she was like, oh, well, can I ask you a personal question? I'm like, okay.
I know where this is going. Yeah.
So no, but here's the thing, because I've gotten noticed for my band also.
Oh,
so
good point.
So that's the thing. So I was like, okay,
it's
if you notice me, yeah. So I was like, okay, well then if you recognize me, and I asked her, I'm like, well, is your friend into music? And she's like, oh yeah, no, we're both into music. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, did you if you see my band then? She's like, actually no. That actually wasn't the question I had for you. I was like, you've seen my porn, haven't you? She's like, oh my God. So you are on Pornhub. I was like,
wow.
Guilty as charged.
That's my meat guitar.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
But the funny thing is that her friend, she's a lesbian, and she actually loved my wife, because my wife does a lot of solo work. But she had seen me, and then when she was doing her Snapchat, she's like, "Oh, hey, doing this, doing driver's helper." Yeah. And her friend was like, "Hey, he looks really familiar. I think he actually like works with one of the models that I watch." And lo and behold, two and two put together, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's you!" I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And then she's like, "Wait, this is you?" And she pulls up the picture. I'm like, "Yep, that's me." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." And she's like, strictly just between you and me, like, you have a big
Boom.
Unreal.
She didn't necessarily say those exact words, but I had to put that fucking joke in there. But her actual words were just like, well, damn, your wife's lucky. She's pretty. You're a very talented, well endowed. I was like, oh, thank you. She's like, yeah. This house? I'm like, yeah, that house.
Holy fuck.
Oh wow.
Odds on left, evens on right.
Yeah. So up here, sometimes it actually changes sometimes, or in the desert at least. But that's what makes that's oh funny. God, that's a whole other discussion. But so there's that one. Now this one is actually from me when I was a driver's helper. I was with the same driver for 8 years. He retired 41 years. He was with the company. He had 38 years of safe driving. But this guy was like, I mean, he loved the fact that I was just raunchy. I have a sick sense of humor. And the moment he found out that I did porn with my wife, he's like, oh, dude. You're my driver's helper from now on. I ran for this guy up and down the streets. I mean, knew the board. I mean, and this when I started doing this was with the surfboards.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
now, and I'm not talking the dyad boards that we had before, the ones we have now. I'm talking about the actual
play
surfboards.
school. Yeah, the play school.
The play school ones.
Yeah, that's what I always called them.
But the cool thing was that this guy was like, okay, let me see if I could. Jesus Christ, this is like 1990s. Fuck this. He was just throwing the bags. Like, okay, I'll write down your times. I'm like, okay, cool. And then down the road, I learned the newer boards, but ran up and down for this guy for years. It was it was the year before he was going to retire. So I looked at him and I was like, it was my second day with him. I was like, all right, dude, another peak. Here we go. He's like, yep. He's like, this is the second to last. I'm like, oh boy. All right, we got to make this one count. Dude, we get to, I think it was barely an hour into our day. We got the first part of our business done. We, and his business, his route was cherry. So it starts off with business, resi, and then finishes with business, and then goes back down to his pickups, which were, his own shit. I wasn't with him on that, but it gapped out really nicely. So we were just cruising. Well, I get out of the truck and it's street sweeping day over here. So all the cars are parked on one side, and for him, he's like, okay, cool. We have all the free space. We'll park over here. Well, where we were parking, there was overgrown grass. And I was stepping onto the sidewalk. I didn't realize that underneath all the overgrown grass, which all cardboard warriors, stick to your designated walk areas because of the shit that happens. I didn't see that there was about 1.5 foot pothole, stepped right into it, and literally heard the snap that I heard in my ankle sounded like a PVC pipe just going. And I didn't feel pain. I didn't feel pain at first. I was like, "Oh, whoa, what just snapped?" Yeah, I thought something broke in the box. So I get up and I'm just like, "Oh, whoa, fuck!" I was like, "Hey," and shout out to the guy's name is also Michael Jackson, and I'm not fucking lying to you, but I was like, "Hey, Jackson, I think I just broke my ankle." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "I think I just broke my ankle." He's like, he comes out, he's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm sure. Take this package." He's like, "I got it." So he comes back and he picks me up, and dude, my ankle, I'll send you guys pictures if I can find it, but my ankle swelled up to half of the size of a baseball.
Fuck.
And yeah, the crazy thing was, it was a fracture. It wasn't even an actual full on break, which to me kind of pissed me off. I was like, well, come on, man, if I'm going to break it, I'm going to fucking break it. Yeah. But yeah, so I was basically I was his nightmare of a helper at that point. It's like, oh fuck. He's like, well, I got about another almost 280 stops. I'll get it. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Like, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Wow.
But
that's brutal.
Yeah, so there was that one, and the very last one I'll give you, because like I said, I have years of this because I've had many, but the very last one I'll give you guys. This guy, I didn't realize actually was a badass worker until the very end, and I felt like such fucking shit that I rewarded this guy big at the very end of the season. But a quick question: do you guys, with your furniture vans, do you have names for them?
4-footer.
Okay, with us, our furniture vans, we call them Wallies.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a Wally route, and I'm stacked every single day with like almost 800 pieces for my first truck, and then an additional 200 to 300 with my second truck. I'm doing like 2, sometimes 3 furniture trucks a day, because I deliver in all industrial areas.
Yeah.
So this guy comes with me, and I tell him, here, look, I'm gonna scan the package. You push him out. He's like, okay, cool. Do I have to go fast? I'm like, just work your own pace. I don't want you killing yourself. Okay, just push him out. He's like, all right. So I'm doing them, but I'm scanning, like really, fast. He's like, okay, got it. Bam, 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 bam. But for me, I was like, he was going still slow. I was like, come on, dude, gotta pick up the pace. Well, he was with me for about 2 weeks, and he did his best. But I ended up after the second week, I just told my dispatcher, I was like, look, I need another guy. He's too slow. Well, the dispatcher was like, okay, do you know the reason why he's actually slow? I was like, do I have to know the reason of my driver's helpers why they're slow? She's like, no, he was in a severe car accident about 8 years ago, and his leg almost got severed from his body. So they actually had to sew his leg.
About that, Dave. I'm fucked up. Sorry.
They would hire these people.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, damn, dude, be jumping off of trucks. God bless him, though.
Yeah, dude, but this guy, he told me the story. I guess he fell asleep at the wheel. His car swerved and went where the split happens, going on the freeways and all that.
No,
the very edge. His car slid on the driver's side and split. Oh. He went unconscious, but his leg split in half. And when they got him, and when he came back to consciousness, he had morphine in him already. He's like, "Am I okay?" They're like, "Just don't look down." And he's like, "Why don't I look down?" And of course, naturally, he looks down, and he told me that he screamed so fucking, he was in such shock that he passed out again.
Yeah.
But his foot, from his ankle down, that part of his leg and his foot was facing his face.
Fuck.
And it was hanging. It was hanging by the nerve endings and just meat of the muscle.
Holy shit!
Dude, I hate leg injuries. They freak me out so bad. I just want to hit myself in the head.
Yeah. So this guy, he went through 3 years of physical therapy and rehab, and and then I get him as a driver's helper, and I thought he was going slow the entire time, and then he tells me the story. I was like, "Holy shit, dude!" Yeah. I didn't know that, and I wound up like because the pain was becoming too much for him working and all that. So I wound up just giving this guy $100. My bro, look, I told him honestly, I was like, "Look, I thought you were going slow. I had no idea you were in pain. Like, dude, here, just food, beer, Christmas gifts. I don't care. Here's $100.
Yeah,
you're good. Like, damn, thank you for like putting in that much effort, because holy shit." But not necessarily a horror story, but for me, I was like, dude, you went through a horror story and you still push this damn, bro.
Yeah, that's insane.
Ugh. Yeah, so yeah, those are my top 3, so I'll give you those.
Nice.
That's fucking nuts, dude. Jesus Christ. Dude, thank you so much for coming on, dude. It's been so much fun to
thank you guys, and thank you guys for all that you're doing, because I enjoy listening, because your guys' podcast comes out the same exact day my podcast comes out on Sundays.
Awesome.
So like every single time I'm done listening to your guys, I'm like, okay, let me review mine now, see how everything's going. But no, dude, you guys, every single Monday morning, I'm like, it's gonna be a shitty day. Oh wait, nope, no, it's not anymore. I'm good.
Oh, dude, thank you so much. We appreciate that, bro.
Brother.
That's it.
Is he's gonna give us flute outro?
Oh,
let's go.
Yeah.
Bring us out. Yeah.
All right, you want to be the outro?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Play this little jingle.
Yes. For Ups and Browns.
Damn, nice. Dude, that's sick. And with that one,
looking amazing.
We'll see you guys next week. Guys, also don't forget, have a great peak season. All right? Have a great peak season. Thank you, guys.
Stay strong. Stay positive. Let's go.
Amen.
Handle it, Warriors.